Zariel Adebayo had imagined this moment 100 different ways, but not like this. The church was full, every seat taken, people leaning forward, whispers moving from row to row, phones already raised, waiting, watching, recording. Everything looked perfect. The lights, the flowers, the silence right before a promise. And at the center of it all, Zariel stood at the altar, her hand wrapped in Elliot veins. The music had faded. The priest was speaking. Somewhere in the front row, someone was already crying. It should have felt right. It should have felt like the beginning of something. But instead, there was a tight feeling in her chest she couldn't explain. Something small, something quiet. But it wouldn't go away. Zariel tried to ignore it. Maybe it was just nerves. Everyone said weddings felt like this. Overwhelming. Heavy. Saw too real. She told herself it was normal. It had to be. Slowly, she turned her head. She looked at Elliot. He was smiling. But it didn't reach his eyes. It looked practiced, like something he put on for people, not for her. Her stomach dropped, just a little. "Are you okay?" she whispered, barely moving her lips. Elliot didn't look at her. "I'm fine." Too quick, too flat. The priest kept talking. Words about love, about forever, about promises that were supposed to mean everything. But Zariel wasn't listening anymore. Her mind was somewhere else. Last night. The silence. The way Elliot barely spoke. The way he avoided her eyes. She had asked him what was wrong. He said nothing. Said everything was fine. But it didn't feel fine. And now, standing here, she felt it again. Stronger this time. Like something wasn't right. Like something was about to go wrong. A soft cough echoed in the room. Someone shifted in their seat. A camera flashed. Zariel forced a smile. This was her wedding day. She wasn't going to let doubt ruin it. Not now. Not here. The priest turned slightly, his voice steady. "Do you?" Elliot's hand tightened. Suddenly, Zariel flinched. It wasn't gentle. It wasn't nervous. It hurt. Her eyes snapped to him, really looking this time. His jaw was tight. His face. Different. Not emotional. Not overwhelmed. Just cold. "Elliot," she whispered. No answer. His grip tightened again. Stronger. Too strong. Her heartbeat picked up. Fast. Loud. Wrong. The room changed. The whispers stopped. The air felt heavy. Like everyone could feel it, too. Something was off. She tried to pull her hand slightly. He didn't let go. Her voice dropped lower. "What's going on?" Slowly. Elliot turned his head and looked at her. No warmth, no love, no hesitation. Just a decision that had already been made. Zariel felt it instantly, before a single word was spoken. Felt the shift. Felt the moment breaking. His fingers tightened one last time. Too tight. And this time, he didn't even try to hide it. Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe. This story gets crazy fast. Elliot didn't speak right away. He just stared at her, like he was waiting for something to click. But nothing did. Zariel felt her chest tighten. "Elliot," she said again, softer this time. Still nothing. Then, he moved. Fast. Too fast. His hand dropped from hers, and in the same motion he grabbed the ring. Not gently, not carefully. He yanked it off her finger. Hard. Zariel gasped. Pain shot through her hand. The ring slipped free. For a second, no one understood what just happened. Then the sound hit. A sharp inhale. Then another. Then, gasps. All around the room, Elliot stepped back, like he needed distance from her, like she was something he didn't want near him anymore. Zariel just stood there, frozen, still trying to process it. "Elliot, what are you doing?" Her voice shook, not loud, but enough for everyone to hear. He finally spoke. "I'm not doing this. The words landed flat, heavy, confusing. The priest blinked. What do you mean? Elliot didn't look at him. He kept his eyes on Zariel. I don't want to marry you. Silence. No one moved. No one breathed. Zariel's lips parted, but nothing came out. I never did. That one. Hit harder. It wasn't anger. It wasn't panic. It was final. Like he had already walked away in his mind. Zariel shook her head slowly. No, you don't mean that. Her voice cracked. This is stress, right? You're nervous. I'm not nervous. He cut her off. Cold. I'm done. A ripple moved through the crowd. Whispers. Low. Fast. Confused. Zariel took a step forward. I don't understand. You don't need to. Elliot's voice didn't rise. Didn't shake. That made it worse. I don't love you. The words echoed. Simple. Sharp. Unforgiving. Zariel's chest tightened, like the air had been pulled out of her lungs. Not anymore, she asked, still hoping, still reaching. Elliot shook his head. Not ever. That was it. Something inside her broke. Right there, in front of everyone. The silence didn't last. It never does. Someone whispered, Oh my God. Another voice. Is this real? A chair creaked. A phone lifted. Then another. Then another. Zariel could feel it. Eyes on her. All of them. Watching. Waiting. Recording. Elliot looked around the room, almost annoyed. Then back at her. I shouldn't have let it get this far. Like it was a mistake. Like she was a mistake. Zariel's hands trembled. You proposed to me. Her voice was barely there. You said, I said what I needed to say at the time. That hurt more than anything else. Not loud, not dramatic, just empty. Like none of it mattered. Zariel felt the tears coming, but she didn't move. Couldn't. Not yet. Elliot turned away. Just like that. Like the moment was over for him, like she didn't exist anymore. And that's when it changed. The room, the energy. The silence broke. And something else took over. Phones went up, higher, faster, everywhere. Screens glowing, cameras locked in. Someone stepped into the aisle, trying to get a better angle. A voice whispered, Record this. Another. This is crazy. Zariel stood at the altar, heart racing, hands shaking, world collapsing, in real time. And now, everyone was watching, everyone was filming. No one was looking away. Not anymore. For a second, Zariel didn't move. She just stood there, like her body hadn't caught up yet, like her mind was still trying to fix what just happened. But the room didn't wait. It never does. The whispers started first, low, fast, spreading. Did he just, no way, in front of everyone? Then, a laugh, short, sharp, from somewhere in the back. Zariel heard it. She heard everything, every voice, every word, every reaction. And it hit all at once. This wasn't private. This wasn't just between them. This was happening in front of everyone. Her family, his family, friends, strangers. And now, the cameras. Still up, still recording. Zariel's chest tightened. Her ears rang, her hands trembled. But she still didn't move. Not yet. Elliot was already walking away. Not fast. Not angry. Just done. Like he had nothing left to say. Like she wasn't worth one more second. Elliot. Her voice came out weak, barely there. He didn't stop, didn't even slow down. That's when something inside her snapped. Not loud, not dramatic. Just gone. She stepped forward. One step. Then another. I'm not done talking to you. Still calm, still trying, still holding on to something that was already broken. Elliot kept walking, closer to the doors, so closer to leaving her behind. Zariel's heartbeat picked up, fast, loud. She couldn't let him walk out like that. Not after everything. Not after this. Elliot, wait! Her voice rose. This time, people turned. More phones lifted. More whispers. She's chasing him. Of course she is. Wow. The words cut, but she didn't stop. She couldn't. Her dress slowed her down, her steps uneven, but she kept moving. Faster now, almost running. I need to talk to you. Still nothing. Elliot reached the aisle, almost at the doors, almost gone. Zariel pushed forward, through the weight, through the noise, through the eyes watching her fall apart. She didn't care anymore. Not about them. Not about anything. Just him. She needed answers. She needed something. Anything. Her breath came faster, her vision blurred, but she kept going. Almost there. Just a few more steps. Then, something stopped her. Suddenly, a hand. Firm. Around her wrist. Not rough, but strong. Enough to pull her back, enough to stop her completely. Zariel froze. Her body jerked slightly from the force. Her breath caught. For a second, everything went quiet again. She didn't turn right away. Didn't need to. She could feel it. The presence behind her. Still. Calm. Unmoving. Not like the chaos around them. Different. Zariel slowly looked down at the hand holding her. Then, she turned, and everything changed. The hand didn't let go. Not tight. Not painful. Just firm. Zariel turned. Slow. And then she saw him. Kang Daijin. Tall. Still. Silent. He wasn't part of the crowd. Didn't look shocked. Didn't look confused. He looked like he already knew, like he had been watching the whole time, waiting. Zariel frowned. Let go. Her voice shook. Not strong, not steady. He didn't move, didn't argue, didn't react. He just looked at her. Calm. Focused. Unbothered by everything happening around them. The noise in the room started to fade. Not because people stopped talking, but because something about him made it feel smaller. Less important. Zariel tried to pull her hand back. His grip held. Still not rough, but not going anywhere. I said let go. This time, louder. More people turned. Phones shifted. Now they weren't just watching her. They were watching him. Daijin finally spoke. Low. Clear. Don't. One word. That was it. Zariel blinked. What? His eyes didn't leave hers. Don't chase him. The words landed different. Not loud. Not emotional. Just certain. Zariel shook her head. You don't understand. She tried to pull free again. I need to talk to him. No, you don't. Same tone. Same calm. That calm started to irritate her. Who are you? Her voice rose, frustration building. Why are you stopping me? No answer. Not yet. Instead, his hand loosened, then released her. Just like that. Zariel stepped back slightly, rubbing her wrist, still staring at him, waiting, demanding something. Anything. But Daijin didn't explain, didn't defend himself, didn't even look at Elliot anymore. He turned. Slow. And faced the church. The entire room was watching now. Every eye, every phone, locked on him. The whispers died down. Again. Not fully. But enough. Enough to feel the shift. Zariel followed his movement, confused, breathing uneven. What are you doing? He didn't answer. He started walking. Down the aisle. Not fast, not slow, just steady, controlled. People moved without thinking, shifting in their seats, making space. No one told them to. They just did. Zariel stood there for a second, trying to understand, trying to catch up. Then, without thinking, she followed him. Step by step. Like something was pulling her forward. He didn't look back, didn't check if she was coming. He already knew. The altar came closer. The priest stood frozen, still holding the book, still trying to process what just happened. Daijin reached the steps, stopped, then walked up, right into the place Elliot had just left. The same spot, the same position, like nothing had changed, but everything had. Zariel stopped at the bottom, heart racing, mind blank. What is he doing? No one answered. No one moved. Dae-jin turned, finally looking at her again. And then he held out his hand, palm open, waiting. The room held its breath. Zariel stared at him, at his hand, at the silence around them. At the moment, she didn't understand. And before she could ask anything else, he spoke. Calm. Clear. Like this was already decided. Come here. Zariel didn't move. Not yet. But something in his voice made it hard to look away, hard to say no, hard to think at all. And then he turned slightly, facing the priest, facing the room, standing exactly where the groom had stood, like he belonged there, like he had always been there. And without hesitation, he took another step forward, toward the altar. Dae-jin didn't rush. He stepped fully into Elliot's place, same spot, same position, like nothing had changed, but everything had. The priest blinked, still holding the book, still frozen. Zariel stood a few steps away, not moving, not breathing right. The room felt tight, heavy. Every phone was up now, every eye locked in, waiting. Dae-jin didn't look at the crowd, didn't look at Elliot. He looked at the priest, calm, steady, like this was normal, like this made sense. The priest cleared his throat. I think there's been some. Dae-jin raised his hand slightly, not aggressive, just enough to stop him. It worked. Silence again. Zariel's heart pounded. What is he doing? No one answered. Dae-jin turned his head, looked at her, just for a second, then back at the priest, and then he spoke. Clear. Simple. No hesitation. I will marry her instead. The words didn't echo. They didn't need to. They landed. Heavy, direct, unavoidable. For a second, nothing happened. No reaction, no sound. Like the room forgot how to respond. Zariel blinked. Once, twice. Her brain tried to catch up, tried to understand what she just heard. I will marry her instead. He didn't repeat it, didn't explain it, didn't soften it. He just stood there, like it was already decided. The priest stared at him, speechless. This is not. Dae-jin didn't look at him. You have a ceremony to perform. Same tone, calm, but final. Zariel's breath caught. Her eyes moved around the room, faces frozen, mouths slightly open, phones still recording. No one laughing now. No whispers, just silence. Thick, heavy, unreal. She looked back at him, at Dae-jin, at the man who had just stepped into her life, and said that. Why? She whispered. He didn't answer. Not yet. Didn't even look at her this time, like her question didn't change anything, like his decision was already made. Zariel's chest rose and fell, fast, confused, overwhelmed. This didn't make sense. None of it did. A stranger, a complete stranger, standing at her altar, taking her place beside him, replacing everything in seconds, and saying it like it was nothing, like it was easy, like it was obvious. The priest shook his head. I can't just, this isn't how. Dae-jin finally looked at him, and something shifted. Not anger, not loud, just pressure. You can. 2 words. That was it. But it landed harder than anything else. The priest went quiet. Again. Zariel felt it. The control. The way the room moved around him, without him forcing anything, without him raising his voice. She swallowed, still trying to process, still trying to understand. Why him? Why now? Why her? And just as she opened her mouth to speak, the silence broke. Suddenly. Loud. Violent. The doors at the back burst open. Every head turned. At once, the moment shattered. Something else had just entered the room, and it wasn't calm anymore. The doors slammed open, hard. The sound cut through everything. Elliot Vane walked back in, fast, angry. His steps hit the floor sharp, loud. Every eye turned again. Phones shifted. Now they were recording him. What the hell is this? His voice echoed. No control, no calm, Just anger. Pure, raw. He pointed at the altar, at Daijin, at Zariel. You think this is a joke? No one answered. The room held still. Zariel's heart jumped. He came back. Why? Now? Elliot moved down the aisle. Faster now. His hands clenched, his face tight. You can't just replace me. Still loud. I'm still trying to take control. She's my fiancée. He stepped closer, closer to the altar, closer to them. Zariel felt it. The tension rising again, the chaos coming back. But Daijin didn't move, didn't react, didn't even look at him. Not yet. That made it worse. Elliot slowed slightly, just for a second, like something felt off. But he kept going. You hear me? Still no response. Now frustration started to mix in. This isn't over. He reached halfway down the aisle, and then Daijin turned. Slow, calm, no rush, no emotion. He looked at Elliot. That's all? Just a look. Nothing else. And everything changed. Elliot stopped, mid-step, like he hit something invisible. The anger didn't disappear, but it shifted. His shoulders tightened. His voice didn't come out right this time. Who are you? Different tone, less loud, less sure. The room felt it. That change, that shift. Zariel saw it too. Elliot, the same man who just humiliated her, now looked uncertain. Daijin didn't step forward, didn't raise his voice, didn't threaten him. He just stood there, still, controlled, looking at him like he already knew how this would end. Elliot swallowed. Small movement, but visible. You think you can just walk in here and take... His voice cut. Didn't finish the sentence, like something stopped him. Daijin finally spoke. Low, clear, no emotion. You threw the ring. Silence. Elliot blinked. Daijin took one step forward. Not aggressive, just enough. You said you didn't want her. Each word slow, measured. You walked away. Zariel felt it. The truth. Simple. Clear. No arguing it. Elliot opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Daijin held his gaze. Didn't look away. And didn't blink. Then, he said it. You made your choice. Elliot didn't move. Not forward. Not back. He just stood there, staring, trying to hold on to something he already lost. You made your choice. The words stayed in the air, heavy, final. Elliot clenched his jaw. You don't get to decide that. He tried to sound strong, tried to take control back, but it wasn't the same. Something was off. Daijin didn't argue, didn't raise his voice. He just stepped forward. One step, and placed himself between them, between Elliot and Zariel. Clear, simple, unmistakable. Zariel felt it instantly. That shift, that wall. Daijin didn't touch Elliot, didn't threaten him, didn't need to. His presence said enough. Elliot looked at him, really looked this time, and whatever he saw, it hit him. Hard. His shoulders dropped, just slightly, but enough. You think this is over? Elliot said. But the anger didn't land the same, didn't carry weight anymore. Daijin didn't blink, didn't move. Then, he spoke. Quiet. Clear. You will not come near her again. No shout, no force, just certainty. The kind you don't question, the kind that doesn't need repeating. The room held still, everyone watching, waiting. Elliot laughed, short, forced. You don't control me. But he didn't step forward, didn't move closer, didn't challenge him. Not really. Zariel saw it, the hesitation, the doubt, the fear starting to creep in. Daijin took another step. Small. Enough. You're done here. Same tone, same calm. Elliot's eyes flickered. To Zariel. Then back to Daijin, like he was trying to decide something, like he was weighing it. Fight. Or walk away. Zariel held her breath. For a second, it felt like he might push through, might argue, might make a scene. But he didn't. His jaw tightened again, his hands unclenched. Slow, reluctant, but real. "This isn't finished," he said. But now, it sounded weak, like he didn't even believe it. No one answered. No one reacted, because the moment had already passed him. Elliot took a step back, then another, still looking at them, still trying to hold something. Anything. But it was gone. And he knew it. He turned. Slow. Then walked away. Down the aisle. Same path. Different man. No shouting. No stopping. No looking back. This time, he didn't come back. The doors opened. Closed. And that was it. Gone. For real. The silence returned. But it felt different now. Heavier. Stranger. Zariel stood still, trying to breathe, trying to understand what just happened. What just changed. Her chest rose and fell, fast, her thoughts scattered, and then she felt it. Something warm, something steady. Her hand still held. Zariel looked down, then slowly, back up. She was still holding Daejin's hand. The doors closed. Elliot was gone. For real this time. No footsteps, no shouting, no coming back. Just silence. Heavy. Zariel stood there, still, her hand in Daejin's. She hadn't let go, didn't even realize it. Her fingers were still wrapped around his. Warm, steady, different. Her breathing was uneven, her thoughts all over the place. Nothing made sense. Not the wedding, not what just happened. Not him. The priest cleared his throat. Soft. Careful. Like he wasn't sure if he should speak, but he had to. Everyone was watching. This is not how... He stopped, looked at Daejin, then at Zariel, then at the crowd. No one moved. No one said anything. Phone still up, still recording, still waiting. The priest swallowed. Then slowly, he turned to her. "Do you accept?" The question hung there. Simple, but not simple. Zariel blinked. Her heart jumped. What? Her voice was low. Barely there. The priest tried again. "Do you accept this man as your husband?" The words felt unreal, like they didn't belong in this moment, like they weren't meant for her. Not like this. Not now. Zariel's chest tightened. She looked around. The crowd. Faces she knew. Faces she didn't. All watching. All judging. All recording. She could still hear it. The whispers. The laughter. The moment Elliot broke her. Right here. In front of everyone. She felt it again. That drop in her chest. That weight. That humiliation. Her fingers tightened slightly around Daejin's hand. Without thinking. Like she needed something to hold on to. Her eyes moved back to him. Kang Daejin. Still calm. Still steady. Like none of this shook him. Like he wasn't confused. Like he wasn't unsure. Just certain. He didn't rush her. Didn't speak. Didn't push. He just stood there. Waiting. Zariel searched his face. Trying to understand. Trying to find something. Anything. Why him? Why now? Why her? Her heart pounded. Fast. Loud. Her mind screamed to stop, to think, to walk away. This was insane. A stranger. A decision she couldn't take back. But then, another thought hit. Clear. Sharp. If she walked out now, what would they see? What would they say? The girl who got left. The girl who got humiliated. The girl no one chose. Her jaw tightened. Her breathing slowed. Just a little. She looked at the crowd again, then back at him. Daejin didn't move. Didn't blink. Just there. Solid. Like he wasn't going anywhere. Like he already made his choice. And suddenly, she realized something. This wasn't about him. Not fully. This was about her. Her choice. Her moment. Her control. For the first time since everything broke, she had it back. The room held its breath. The priest waited. Everyone waited. Zariel swallowed. Her voice small, but clear. Yes. For a second, no one moved. Like the word didn't land. Like the room needed time to catch up. Yes. Zariel said it. She heard herself say it, but it didn't feel real. The priest blinked. Fast, then faster, like he was trying to reset. Then, "We will proceed." His voice shook. Not much, but enough. He opened the book again, hands unsteady. Words came out, but rushed, and too fast, like he wanted it over, like this moment wasn't meant to exist. Zariel barely heard him. Her mind was somewhere else, still stuck on what she just did, still trying to understand why. She didn't look at the crowd anymore, didn't look at the cameras, didn't look at the past. She just stood there, next to Daejin, still holding his hand, still not letting go. The priest spoke. Questions, promises, words that should matter. But they passed by, one after the other. Zariel answered, soft, automatic. "I do." Daejin answered too. Calm, clear, no pause. "I do." That was it. No hesitation, no doubt, just done. The priest closed the book, quick, like he didn't want to think too much about it. "By the power vested in me?" His voice faded into the moment. Zariel's heart beat slower now, strange, like the chaos had passed her, or like she was outside of it, watching it happen. "I now pronounce you," a pause, "husband and wife." Silence, again. But different this time. Not shock, not confusion, just wait. The priest looked at them, then quickly looked away. "You may proceed." He didn't finish the usual line, didn't say more, didn't push it. Daejin turned, slow, facing Zariel fully now, for the first time. Up close, no distance, no space. Zariel looked up at him, her breath caught. She didn't know what would happen next, didn't know what he would do, didn't know what this meant. He raised his hand, gently, not fast, not sudden. His fingers brushed her cheek. Light. Careful. Then, he wiped a tear she didn't know had fallen. Zariel froze, didn't pull away, didn't speak. Daejin leaned in, close, but not too close. And instead of her lips, he pressed his forehead lightly against hers, just for a second, then pulled back. No show, no performance, just quiet. The room stayed silent. No applause, no cheering, no celebration, because no one understood what just happened, not fully. Daejin looked at her, steady, and spoke, low, so only she could hear. "You're safe now." The words landed deep. Zariel didn't answer, couldn't, but she felt it. Something shift again, different from before. Daejin turned, still holding her hand, and started walking. Down the aisle. Like this was always the plan, like this was always how it would end. Zariel followed, step by step. The crowd split, no one stopped them, no one spoke, just watched, phones still up, still recording. As they passed, she saw faces, shock, confusion, judgment, curiosity. Everything mixed together, but none of it reached her anymore, not fully, not like before. They reached the doors. Daejin pushed them open. Light hit her eyes, bright, sharp. Outside, everything felt quieter, colder, real. And then she saw it, parked right in front, engine running, a black car, waiting. The doors opened. The noise came back, loud, sharp, voices everywhere. "Zariel! Wait, what are you doing?" She stepped outside, still holding Daejin's hand. The black car waited. Engine on, door already open. Like this was planned, like someone knew. Behind her, the crowd started to spill out, fast, phones up, cameras flashing, recording everything. Is she really leaving with him? This is insane. Get this on video. Zariel didn't turn, not yet. She kept walking, step by step, her dress dragged behind her. Her heart still beating too fast. Zariel! That one, she knew. Her mother. She stopped, just for a second. Her grip tightened. Daejin didn't pull her, didn't rush her. He just stood there, waiting. Zariel turned, slow, Her family pushed through the crowd, faces tense, eyes wide. Her mother reached her first, tears already falling. "What are you doing?" Her voice shook. "This isn't you. Come back." Zariel opened her mouth. Nothing came out. Her father stood behind, silent, angry, confused. "You don't know him," her mother said. "You can't just leave like this." Zariel looked at her, really looked. For a second, everything almost broke again. The weight, the fear, the doubt. But then, she remembered. The altar, the ring, the words. "I don't love you." Her chest tightened. She shook her head. "I can't go back." Her voice was low, but clear. Her mother froze. "What? I can't go back there." "Not after that. Not after everything." Her father stepped forward. "This is a mistake." Zariel looked at him. Maybe it was, but it was hers. For once, her choice. Cameras flashed again. Closer now. People pushing in, trying to hear, trying to see. This is going viral. She just left her own wedding. Zariel turned away. She couldn't stay here. Not like this. Not with all of them watching. Daejin opened the car door fully. Still calm, still steady. Like none of this surprised him. Like this was always going to happen. Zariel hesitated. Just 1 second. Then, she stepped in. The seat felt cold. Real. Too real. Daejin followed. The door shut. Heavy, cutting off the noise, just like that. Silence again. The car moved. No delay. No pause. Zariel looked out the window. People outside, still watching, still pointing, still recording. Her family, standing there, frozen, growing smaller. The church behind them, fading, then gone. Zariel turned back. Her hands trembled, her chest tight again, but different this time. Not just pain, something else. Confusion, questions, too many. She looked at him. Kang Daejin, sitting beside her. Calm, like nothing just happened. Like this was normal. Zariel swallowed, her voice quiet, but steady. "Who are you?" Zariel's voice stayed low, but it didn't shake this time. Not like before. She meant it. She needed an answer. The car moved through the city. Fast, smooth. No noise inside. No music. No talking. Just silence. Daejin didn't answer right away. He looked ahead, like the question didn't rush him, like he had time. Too much time. Zariel frowned. "You just walked into my wedding," she paused, "and married me." Still no reaction. "You stopped me from leaving." Nothing. "You told everyone what to do." Silence. Zariel's patience snapped. "That's not normal." They got his attention. He turned. Slow. Looked at her. Not angry, not defensive. Just calm. I never said it was. That didn't help. Zariel leaned back, exhaled, trying to steady herself, trying to think clearly. "This doesn't make sense." "No," he said. "It doesn't." At least he agreed. That made it worse. The car slowed, turned, then stopped. Zariel looked out the window. A tall building. Glass. Clean. Quiet. No crowd. No noise. Different from the church. Different from everything. The driver stepped out, opened the door. Daejin got out first, then looked at her, held his hand out. Waiting. Zariel hesitated, then took it, stepped out. The air felt different here, still, controlled. They walked inside. No questions at the door, no delay, just access. Like he belonged, like this place was his. Zariel noticed it. Everything. The space, the silence, the way people moved around him, quick, respectful, careful. No one spoke to him, no one stopped him. They just made way. That wasn't normal. They reached a private elevator. He swiped a card. The doors opened. Instant. No waiting. They stepped in. The doors closed. The elevator moved. Up. Zariel watched the numbers. Climbing. Higher. Higher. Too high. Her chest tightened again. Where are we going? He didn't look at her. Somewhere quiet. That didn't answer anything. The doors opened. Straight into a room. No hallway. No reception. Just space. Wide. Clean. Silent. Zariel stepped out slowly. Her eyes moved around. Everything felt controlled. Too controlled. Nothing out of place. Nothing random. Everything exact. This wasn't just money. This was something else. Something deeper. She turned to him. This is yours? Yes. Simple. No pride. No show. Just fact. Zariel crossed her arms, trying to ground herself. This isn't normal wealth. No response. She stepped closer. You don't act like a normal person. Still calm, still steady. That calm was starting to feel dangerous. Zariel held his gaze. I asked you a question. This time, he answered. Not fast. Not slow. Just enough. I operate in places most people fear. The words stayed in the air. Zariel didn't look away. What does that mean? Daejin didn't rush, didn't soften it. It means I don't follow normal rules. Zariel frowned. That's not an answer. He held her gaze. It's the only one you need right now. Not good enough. Zariel stepped closer. No. Her voice sharper now. I need the real answer. A pause. Short. Then, he gave it to her. I run operations that exist outside the law. No drama, no build-up, just truth. Zariel blinked. Once, then again. Outside the law? Yes. Still calm, still steady. No hesitation, no guilt, nothing. Zariel let out a slow breath. So you're a criminal. Daejin tilted his head slightly. Call it what you want. That confirmed it. Just like that. No denial, no defense, just acceptance. Zariel stepped back, her mind racing again. You just told me this like it's nothing. It is nothing to me. That hit. Hard. Zariel shook her head. This is insane. Yes. Again. No argument. No pushback. Just agreement. That made it worse. She turned away for a second, ran a hand through her hair, trying to think, trying to process. I just married a man I don't know, her voice dropped, who runs something illegal. Silence. Daejin didn't interrupt, didn't try to fix it, didn't try to explain more. He just let her sit in it. That made it feel real. Too real. Zariel turned back, her eyes sharper now. What do you want from me? That question mattered. It hung there. Heavy. Daejin answered immediately. Nothing. Zariel blinked. What? I don't want anything from you. Flat. Clear. No hidden tone. No twist. Just that. Zariel laughed. Short. Disbelief. That's not how this works. It is for me. She shook her head again. No one just does all this for nothing. I didn't say I did it for nothing. That stopped her. Zariel narrowed her eyes. Then what? Daejin looked at her, straight, focused. I made a choice. That was it. No long speech, no story. Just that. Zariel stared at him, waiting. He didn't add anything, didn't explain, didn't fill the silence. That silence stretched. Zariel felt it again. That strange feeling, like he wasn't lying, like he meant it, even if it didn't make sense. Her voice softened, just a little. So what happens now? Daejin didn't hesitate. You decide. That caught her off guard. Decide what? Whether you stay. A small pause. Or leave. Zariel froze. What? I won't stop you. Simple. Clear. No pressure. No control. That didn't match what she expected. At all. Zariel searched his face, trying to find the catch, trying to see the trap. There wasn't one. Or at least, she couldn't see it. You're serious? Yes. No hesitation. No doubt. Zariel's chest tightened. Different this time. Not fear. Not panic. Something else. Choice. Real choice. Something she didn't have earlier. At the altar. With Elliot. With everything. Now, it was in her hands. Daejin stepped back slightly, giving her space, not watching too closely, not pushing, just There. Then he said it. Calm. Final. You can leave, if you want. The words stayed there. Zariel didn't move, didn't answer, not right away. She just stood there, looking at him, waiting for something else, a catch, a condition, a hidden line. Nothing came. Dae-jin stepped back, just a little, giving her space, not watching her too closely, not blocking the door, not controlling anything. Just there. Zariel noticed it. That detail. Small, but loud. He wasn't stopping her. He wasn't holding her. And he wasn't even asking her to stay. That didn't match what she expected. Not after everything. Not after what he just admitted. Zariel looked toward the door, then back at him. You're serious? Yes. Same calm, same steady tone. Zariel let out a slow breath. Her thoughts started to settle. Just a little. If I walk out right now, she paused. You won't follow me? No. You won't stop me? No. You won't send someone after me? No. Each answer came the same. No change, no hesitation. Zariel studied him, trying to catch something, anything. But there was nothing there. No lie. No pressure. Just truth. Simple. Clear. And that's when it hit her. Strange. Unexpected. He wasn't trapping her. He wasn't controlling her. He wasn't forcing anything. He gave her a way out. Real. Easy. Right there, all she had to do was walk. Zariel looked at the door again. It was right there. No guards. No locks. No one stopping her. She could leave. Go back. Face her family. Face the crowd. Face the story. The videos. The whispers. The girl who got left. The girl who ran after him. The girl who still ended up alone. Her chest tightened. That feeling again. But now, it was clearer. This wasn't just about him, or the situation. This was about her. Her choice. Her control. Something she didn't have earlier. At the altar. When everything broke. Now, she had it. Fully. No one forcing her. No one deciding for her. Just her. Zariel turned back to Dae-jin. He hadn't moved. Still in the same place. Still calm. Still waiting. But not expecting. That mattered. A lot. Why are you doing this? She asked. This time. Not angry. Just real. Dae-jin looked at her. You needed a choice. That was it. No long speech. No explanation. Just that. Zariel felt something shift. Deep. Quiet. But strong. For the first time since the wedding, she didn't feel trapped. She didn't feel small. She didn't feel like something was taken from her. She felt like she had something back. Control. Power. Even if it was just a moment. It was hers. Zariel looked at the door one last time. Then, she made it. Not fast. Not loud. But clear. I'll stay. The words landed. Soft. But clear. Dae-jin didn't react much. Just a small nod. Like he expected it. Like he already knew. Zariel noticed that. You knew I would say that. Not a question. A statement. Dae-jin looked at her. I thought you might. That didn't sit right. Zariel crossed her arms. You're very sure about things. I don't move without being sure. That answer felt different. Not arrogant. Not proud. Just fact. Zariel studied him. You planned this. A pause. Short. Then. No. But something in his tone said, not everything. Zariel caught it. You didn't plan it. But you weren't surprised. Dae-jin didn't answer. That was an answer. Zariel stepped closer. You stood there like you already knew how it would end. Still no response. That silence again. The same one that made everything feel deeper. Zariel's voice dropped. Why? This time, he didn't ignore it. He looked away, just for a second. Small, but real. Zariel saw it. That was new. First time. A crack. Not in his control, but in something else. Something underneath. I've seen it before, His voice was still calm, but quieter now, different. Zariel frowned. Seen what? Daejin didn't answer right away. He walked a few steps, slow, measured, then stopped, still not looking at her. That moment, Zariel waited. The one where everything breaks. The words felt heavier, not loud, but personal. Zariel felt it, something behind it, something real. You talk like you know exactly how it feels. I do. No hesitation. Zariel's chest tightened. From what? A pause. Longer this time. Daejin's jaw tightened slightly. Another small shift. Another crack. Zariel saw it. He wasn't as untouched as he looked. Not fully. Not always. I didn't step in once. His voice stayed low, controlled, but not empty anymore. And I watched it happen. Zariel didn't speak, didn't interrupt. She could feel it. This wasn't just a story. This was memory. I thought I had time. Another pause. I was wrong. Zariel swallowed. Who was it? That question sat between them. Daejin finally turned back, looked at her, but not the same way as before. This time, there was something else there. Not weakness, but weight. I've seen this happen before, to someone I couldn't save. The words stayed. Zariel didn't answer. Not right away. Something about it felt real. Too real. But something else didn't fit. She looked at him. Longer this time. Thinking. Not reacting. Thinking. Then, she stepped back, just a little. Her eyes narrowed. Wait. Daejin didn't move. What? Zariel shook her head slowly. No. Something's off. He stayed calm. Explain. Zariel started pacing. Small steps. Focused now. Not emotional. Not shaken. Just thinking. You said you've seen it before. Yes. You knew how it would end. Silence. You weren't surprised. Still nothing. Zariel stopped. Looked at him again. And you showed up at the exact moment it happened. A pause. Short. You walked in like you knew. No answer. Zariel's voice sharpened. You didn't even hesitate. Still calm. Still quiet. Zariel's chest rose. Faster. Now it was clicking. Slow. But clear. You didn't react like someone who just saw it for the first time. That landed. Daejin's eyes didn't shift, but something behind them changed. Zariel noticed. That was enough. You were watching. Not a question. A statement. The room felt tighter. Daejin didn't deny it. Zariel's heartbeat picked up. Before the wedding. Silence. You were there. Still nothing. Zariel turned away again, thinking faster now, more pieces falling in place. The car. She looked toward the window. Engine already running. Then back at him. You were ready to leave. No answer. Zariel pointed toward the hallway. The room. She took a step forward. My clothes. Her voice dropped. How did you have my size? That one hit. Clear. Direct. No way around it. Daejin didn't speak, didn't explain, didn't move. Zariel let out a breath. Slow, but heavy. You didn't just walk in there. Now, everything made sense, or at least, started to. You knew. Her voice was steady now, not shaking anymore. You knew something would happen. Daejin held her gaze, still calm, still controlled. But this time, he didn't look distant. He looked caught. Not exposed, but close. Zariel took one more step, closing the gap. How long? That question stayed. Daejin didn't answer. Zariel didn't push again. She didn't need to, because now she saw it, clearly. Every piece, every moment, every detail, lining up, perfect, too perfect. Her voice dropped, almost a whisper. This wasn't random. The words stayed in the air. Zariel didn't move, didn't blink. She was waiting now, not confused, not lost. Focused. Daejin looked at her. No denial, no deflection, just silence. That told her everything. You knew. Her voice was steady. You knew he was going to do that. A pause. Short. Then, yes. Just one word. That was enough. Zariel's chest tightened, not from shock, from confirmation. How? He didn't look away. I watched him. Simple. Direct. No extra words. Zariel shook her head slowly. Watched him. How long? Another pause. Then, long enough. That wasn't comfort. That was worse. Zariel stepped closer, her voice sharper now. You knew he was going to humiliate me. Yes. No hesitation. No apology. Nothing. Zariel's breath hitched. And you did nothing? Silence. That silence said yes. Her jaw tightened. You stood there, her voice rising now. And let it happen. Daejin didn't move, didn't react, didn't defend himself. Zariel laughed, short, angry. Wow. She turned away, ran her hand through her hair, trying to process, trying not to break again. You could have stopped it. No answer. You could have walked in earlier. Still nothing. You could have said something. Silence. Zariel turned back, eyes locked on him. So why didn't you? That question hit, hard, for the first time. Daejin didn't answer immediately. A pause. Longer. Then, he spoke. I needed to be sure. Zariel frowned. Sure of what? That he would do it. That landed wrong. Very wrong. Zariel stepped closer again. You're telling me you waited, her voice dropped, to confirm he would destroy me? Daejin didn't flinch. I needed you to see it. That stopped her. What? I needed you to see him clearly. Zariel stared, trying to understand, trying to accept it. But it didn't sit right. Not yet. You think that justifies it? Her voice low now. Dangerous. Daejin held her gaze. No. A pause. Then, it explains it. That made it worse. Zariel's chest rose. Fast. So you watched me get humiliated? Her voice broke slightly. In front of everyone. Silence. And you just stood there. Daejin stepped closer. Not fast. Not forceful. Just enough. I didn't stop it. A pause. Then, because you needed to see it. Silence. Then, Zariel snapped. You don't get to decide that. Her voice hit hard, sharp, loud. For the first time since she got here, she wasn't calm. She wasn't thinking. She was angry. Real anger. You watched it happen. She stepped toward him. You stood there while he humiliated me. Her chest rose, fast. You let it happen. Daejin didn't interrupt, didn't raise his voice, didn't defend himself yet. That made it worse. Zariel laughed, short, bitter. So what is this? Her hands moved slightly, frustrated. Some kind of plan? No answer. Did you think this would make you look like a hero? Still nothing. Zariel shook her head. Or was I just part of it? That question stayed, heavy. She held his gaze. Was I just a moment you were waiting for? Daejin finally spoke. No. Too quick. Zariel didn't believe it. You expect me to trust that? I expect nothing. That didn't help. Zariel stepped back, running her hand over her face, trying to breathe, trying to calm down. But it wasn't working. This is crazy. Her voice dropped, but it was still shaking. I thought you saved me. A pause. Then, her eyes lifted again. But now I don't know. That one hit deeper. Did you help me? She swallowed. Or did you set it up? Daejin's expression didn't change, but something behind it tightened. I didn't set it up. Zariel shook her head. But you let it happen. Yes. No denial. No excuse. Just truth. That hurt more. Zariel's voice broke slightly. You don't understand what that felt like. I do, he said it calmly. That made her angry again. No, you don't. She stepped forward again. You don't know what it's like to stand there. I do. Same tone, same calm. That stopped her, just for a second. but she pushed through it. You don't get to decide what I needed. Her voice rose again. You don't get to choose my pain. Silence. Dae-jin let her finish. Didn't stop her. Didn't interrupt. Then, he stepped forward. Just enough. I didn't choose your pain. Zariel held her breath. I showed you the truth. That didn't fix it. Not yet. Zariel shook her head. That's not the same. It is. No, it's not. Her voice hit again, hard. Because I didn't choose it. That was the point. That was what hurt. Dae-jin looked at her. Longer now, more direct. You didn't choose what he did. A pause. Then, you chose what happened after. Zariel froze, just for a second. The words landed. Different. Not soft. Not harsh. Just clear. Dae-jin didn't move. Didn't soften it. Then he said it. Calm. Final. I gave you freedom. The words stayed. Zariel didn't answer. Not right away. Her chest rose, slow, trying to settle, trying to understand. Freedom. It didn't feel like it. Not fully. But something about it stuck. She looked at him, still unsure, still angry, but quieter now. If that's true, her voice low, then why do I feel like I just walked into something bigger? That question mattered. Dae-jin didn't avoid it. This isn't simple. Zariel let out a small laugh. I figured that out already. Silence. Then, he said it. There are people who will not like this. Zariel frowned. Like what? Us. That felt strange. Why would anyone care? Dae-jin looked at her. Serious now, more than before. Because of who I am. Zariel's chest tightened again. You said you operate outside the law. Yes. How far outside? A pause. Then far enough that people want what I have. That didn't sound good. Meaning? Power, control, territory. Each word simple, but heavy. Zariel swallowed. And now, I'm part of that? Dae-jin didn't sugarcoat it. Yes. That hit. Hard. Zariel stepped back slightly. So I'm just involved now. You're visible. That was worse. What does that mean? It means people will see you. Zariel frowned. See me how? As someone close to me. A pause. Then, as leverage. That word landed. Cold, clear. Zariel's heartbeat picked up again. You're saying people could come after me? Yes. No hesitation, no delay. Just truth. Zariel shook her head. That's insane. It's real. Her breath got heavier. So what? I just stay here and hope nothing happens? No. That answer came fast. Dae-jin stepped closer. Not aggressive, but firm. You stay where I can protect you. Zariel looked at him. You said I was free. You are. Then why does that sound like a warning? Because it is. Silence. Zariel didn't like that. Didn't like any of it. You're telling me my life is now in danger because of you. Dae-jin didn't deny it. Yes. That honesty hit again. Zariel turned away, trying to think, trying to process. This wasn't just emotional anymore. This was real. Bigger than her. Bigger than the wedding. Bigger than Elliot. She looked back at him. Has anyone tried before? A pause. Then, yes. Zariel's chest tightened. And now? Dae-jin didn't answer right away. He looked past her, toward the window, then back. They already know. Zariel froze. What? They know you're here. Her stomach dropped. How? Dae-jin's voice stayed calm. Because nothing I do goes unnoticed. Zariel's breath caught. Her eyes moved slowly, around the room, toward the windows, toward the doors, toward everything. Like something could be there. Like someone could be watching. Dae-jin said it clearly. No pause, no doubt. Someone is already watching you. The words hit. Zariel didn't move. Her eyes stayed on the window, then the door, then back to him. Her heartbeat picked up again. Fast. Real fear this time. Not confusion. Not anger. Something deeper. Who? Her voice low, tight. Dae-jin didn't answer directly. People who watch me will watch you. That didn't help. Zariel swallowed. So I'm just exposed now? Yes. No sugar. No comfort. Just truth. Zariel let out a slow breath, trying to steady herself, trying not to panic. She expected him to say more, to give orders, to control the situation, to tell her what to do. But he didn't. He stayed still, gave her space. Again. That felt strange, even now. Even with danger. He wasn't forcing anything. Zariel looked at him, carefully. You're not even telling me to stay in one place. I don't need to. That answer was calm. Too calm. Why? Because you understand the risk. That was it. No pressure. No command. Just trust. Zariel blinked. That was different. Very different. Most people would lock it down, control everything, tell her what to do, where to go, what not to do. But he didn't. He let her think, let her decide, even now, even with danger. Zariel stepped back slightly, studying him. You're not trying to control me. No. Simple. Clear. Zariel frowned. You could. Yes. That was honest. Again. But you're not. No. That stayed. Zariel's chest rose slowly. Something shifted. Small, but real. This wasn't possession. This wasn't obsession. This wasn't someone trying to trap her. He wasn't holding her. He wasn't pushing her. He wasn't forcing anything. He gave her space, even when he didn't have to, even when it would be easier not to. Zariel looked at him again, longer this time. You really meant it. What? That I can choose. Daejin held her gaze. Yes. No hesitation. No change. Zariel felt it. That difference, between control and choice, between pressure and space, between fear and something else. Her breathing slowed, just a little. The tension didn't disappear, but it shifted. Less sharp, more clear. She stepped forward. Slow. Not forced. Not rushed. Just a step. Closer. Daejin didn't move, didn't reach for her, didn't pull her in. He just stayed there. Let her close the gap. Zariel stopped in front of him, close enough now, close enough to see it clearly. Not control, not force, just presence. She didn't speak, didn't need to. The moment said enough. And for the first time since everything started, she didn't feel like running. She didn't feel like pulling away. She felt steady. And instead of stepping back, she moved closer. Zariel stood in front of him, close, closer than before. Her heart wasn't racing the same way. Not panic, not confusion. Something else. Clear. Steady. She looked at him. Really looked. Everything that happened. The wedding, the humiliation, the truth, the danger. It all sat in her chest. Heavy. But now, it made sense. Not fully. But enough. You didn't force me. Her voice low. Daejin didn't answer. You gave me a choice. Yes. Simple. Zariel nodded slowly. And you told me the truth. Yes. No hesitation. That mattered. More than anything else. She took a breath, then said it. I'm not staying because I have nowhere to go. A pause. I'm staying because I choose to. That landed. Clear. Strong. Daejin held her gaze. No reaction. But something in his eyes. Shifted. Small, but real. Zariel continued. I could leave. Yes. I could walk out right now. Yes. But I won't. Silence. That moment stayed. No noise. No pressure. Just the decision. Hers. Daejin didn't step forward. Didn't pull her in. He let it be what it was. Zariel closed the gap again. Just a little. Enough. I'm choosing this. Her voice softer now, but steady. Daejin nodded once. That was all. No speech. No promise. Just acceptance. The room felt different. So calmer. Like something had settled. For a second, everything was still. Then, a sound. Sharp. breaking it. Dejin's phone, vibrating. Once, then again. He didn't move right away, but the screen lit up. Zariel glanced at it. Didn't mean to, but she saw it. A message. Short, direct. No name, just words. You took what wasn't yours. Her chest tightened. Dejin picked up the phone. His eyes scanned it. His expression changed. For the first time. Not calm, not neutral. Something darker. Zariel felt it instantly. What is it? He didn't answer. Not right away. His jaw tightened, just slightly. Zariel stepped closer. Dejin. He looked at her, then back at the screen. Then, he said it. Low, controlled. They've made a move. Zariel's stomach dropped. Who? He turned the phone, just enough for her to see. The second line. Clear. Cold. Unmistakable. Now we take her. The words stayed on the screen. Now we take her. Zariel didn't breathe for a second. Her eyes stayed on it, trying to process, trying to understand what that meant. But she already knew. This wasn't a warning. This wasn't a joke. This was real. She looked up. Slow. At Dejin. Who sent that? No answer. Not right away. He was still looking at the phone. Still. But something had changed. Subtle, but clear. The calm was gone. Zariel felt it before she understood it. The air shifted. Heavy. Sharp. Dejin. Her voice lower now. Careful. He finally lifted his head, looked at her, and for the first time, he didn't look controlled. He didn't look distant. He didn't look calm. He looked focused, locked in, dangerous. Not loud, not angry. Worse, quiet, like something had switched, or like whatever he was before was holding back, and now he wasn't. Zariel's chest tightened. Am I in danger? That question hung, clear, direct. Dejin stepped closer, not fast, but certain. Yes. No hesitation, no comfort, just truth. Zariel swallowed. Her heart started again, fast, but this time, she didn't step back, didn't run, didn't pull away. She stayed, right there, looking at him. What happens now? Dejin didn't look away. They think they can take you. His voice low, cold, different. Zariel felt it, that edge, that shift. They can't. Simple. Final. Not hope, not guess. Fact. Zariel held his gaze. And if they try, a pause. Then, Dejin answered, quiet, but heavy. They won't get the chance twice. That landed. Hard. Zariel didn't speak, didn't move. She just watched him. The way he stood. The way he looked. The way everything about him had changed. This wasn't the man at the altar. This wasn't the calm voice in the car. This was something else. Something deeper. Something dangerous. The phone screen dimmed. The message still there. Still real. Still a threat. Zariel's world had already changed once. Now, it was changing again. Bigger. Darker. And there was no going back. Dejin turned slightly, looking toward the window, then back at her, his expression steady, but not calm, not controlled, not anymore. Dangerous. And just like that, everything changes again. So now I need to ask you, did Zariel make the right choice, or the most dangerous one of her life? Was Dejin really protecting her, or pulling her deeper into something she can't escape? And if you were in her place, would you have stayed, or walked away? And drop your answer in the comments. And if you want to see what happens next, because trust me, it only gets darker from here. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because in the next part, the people watching her will finally make their move. Don't miss it.